We've been doing videos on the different ways to stitch out buttonholes on the Pfaff Quilt Expression 4.2 sewing machine. There's an easy automatic way. There is the manual buttonhole foot that comes with this machine, and we can even cord a buttonhole. But next, let's sew on a button because this is almost just as easy. So stitch number 44 is the stitch for sewing on buttons, and let me show you a few things that you will see different on this. Number one, recommend some stabilizer underneath your fabric if you don't have that already. Next, feed dogs are lowered and the dual feed is disengaged. So make sure that that is not engaged. Make sure it's unengaged. And the feed dogs drop right here in the front. So look on the front of your machine, there's a little lever. So we're going to bring that so those feed dogs go down. And there's no foot. So make sure you take off the last foot you were using because we're going to actually let this kind of ankle just sit directly on our button. On the screen it actually has a ×8. That means it's going to go back and forth 8 times. Tell you the truth, that's about right. But if you want to increase that more or less, you sure can. So all you really need to do, notice that the needle is hanging out on what side? It's over here on the left side. So we're going to take and hand turn our needle into a left hole of the button. And I'm just making sure that my eyes of the button are parallel to my machine here. I think we are, but we'll double check. Lower the presser foot down, and that should just sit on your button naturally. And then go ahead and test the swing of the stitch. So as soon as that needle goes into the other hole without any trouble, you can just step on the foot control or push the start stop button and just let it finish because it will lock when it's done. See, it's already done. And you can use the selective thread cutter to cut the thread. Now since this has 4 holes, let's go ahead and just do that one more time. Needle comes down into the left hole first, lower the presser foot down, test the swing of the needle, and step on the foot control. And cut. That's how easy it is to sew buttons on this machine. If you do find that you need a shank of thread for the button to actually button onto something, be sure to use the multi-purpose tool as a spacer for when you sew the buttons on.